Now, right?
Yeah, now. Greetings to you. This is Brother Salih, once again, founder of the Sanctity Institute, doing my little work on our YouTube channel, right? I have been trying to just stir up the thought of the value of our human life, particularly the life of our people, right? We seem to be so easily ready to take each other's lives and disregard it. And it looked like we've moved into a time and in a world where the value of things is greater than human life. That whether you got a gold chain around your neck is more important than whether you're alive, or whether you have a certain brand sneaker on is more important on your life, and you will actually risk your life for any of those kinds of trivial and material things. And we don't regard each other's life. I mean, we're so quick to try to murder one another and harm one another. Now, I understand that there's a lot of trauma and a lot of pain, I'm saying, because we have been gone, we've been the oppressed people of the world. There's no question about it. And a lot of things have happened to us, and they say hurt people hurt people. You know what I mean? So some of us have family members have inflicted pain on other family members out of their ignorance, right? And that's much, and it's not easy to deal with, right? But guess what? If you want to survive as a species, that's what you got to start thinking about doing. You got to start thinking about getting past your differences with each other and even situations, right? And make peace with each other, because you'll find out that everybody you know has been traumatized in a similar way to you. And so our behavior up to this point, we had to like put it at the hand of those who have enslaved us, right? Because it's been the trauma and the condition and the poverty that we've been engaged in, right? That has done the damage to us and causes all the problems for us. We don't feel like we came out of a system that made us not even a human being. That we were like a chicken or a cow or something like that. That's not even 100 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So let's begin to look at each other differently if we can. If nothing else, if we can't do nothing else, let's look at our own self differently. Look at the value. I mean, think about what is human life. You are a existing being that has consciousness, and you have the experience of this realm that we dwell in. And it's an understanding of that realm that will make you more successful if we can like begin to look that way. All right, so listen, I've got my brother here, right? And we want to talk about the sanctity of human life. So I want to get his take on what he thinks about the sanctity of human life. Okay.
Arsenal Bay here. On the subject of our sanctity in this life, it had to be thought of as a continuation. Our dilemma, killing one another and not uniting as a people, is a very serious issue because people seem to think that the only day they have is this day. That's true to a degree. But I often think of my legacy here. Uh, we have our family, the very ones that has traumatized us down the line through generations will be the ones that be the saving power for us as a species, as a family, as a people. And so I often think about people as a whole, not as an individual. Uh, uh, we have to support. We have to support one another in all aspects of this life, be it economic, through relationships. We had to support each other all the way down the line. It seems that our people are the only ones that cannot seem to unite as a people. Uh, this uh, particular issue has come through generation after generation of being deceived, miseducated. It's so big. It's not a hurdle we're gonna uh, get over in a small amount of time, but it has to be looked at. and Brother Salih here. Besides him, this subject is not talked about much. We've been divided through mainly through classes: the middle class, the upper class, the poverty level class, and that division seems to got us looking at each other differently. A person in the upper class don't want to deal with the people in the lower class. That's no good. That's no good. We're not going to get there that way. I think those that are able to turn the tide, I think they're doing positive things, but I don't think they're doing enough. I got some suggestions. If you give me some of them millions, I certainly will be heard. And that's where I'm at on this subject.
Yes, sir. Thank you, brother.
That did anything.
Yeah, that was Brother R, right? And I mean, it's a good point because our unity is the key, right? And we have been programmed away from our unity. We've been, all the divisions as possible have been put in between us, right? And we are destroyed people. We see ourselves in the most negative way. Uh, if you just listen to the self-talk of people and your own self-talk, when I say self-talk, I'm talking about the things you say in your own mind when other people can't hear and listen about yourself and about your people, right? You'll find that, we are really intent on harming each other, harming ourselves based on the view that we have. They call it anti-self or alien self disorder. That's what the black psychologists call it. And it is the result of a trauma, post-traumatic stress or trauma that came from our experience of slavery and Jim Crow and all the way up to the day of being discriminated against and hated in this society. But we got to love each other. And so that's the thought I'm going to leave you with. We got to learn to love each other and get past our differences and get past the things that we might even have done to each other. Because it's way, way bigger than that. And all we doing is following out the hand that's been dealt us by someone who don't mean us no good. Thank you for listening, Brother Salih. Peace be with you.